But you read, there were some lines that expressed your philosophy. I don't know if you remember them or not.
Oh, I remember that. I
Let's
said,
hear.
this is what it is, okay?
You're talking to Longstreet, played by James Francesca.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Like that, you see?
No, I see. I get the idea. I get the power behind it.
You see, the idea is running water never grows stale. So you got to just keep on flowing. Listen, you see, really, to me, okay, to me, ultimately, martial art means honestly expressing yourself. Now, it is very difficult to do. I mean, it is easy for me to put on a show and be cocky, and be flooded with a cocky feeling and then feel like pretty cool and all that. Or I can make all kinds of phony things, you see what I mean? Blinded by it. Or I can show you some really fancy movement. But to express oneself honestly, not lying to oneself, and to express myself honestly, now that, my friend, is very hard to do. And you have to train. You have to keep your reflexes so that when you want it, it's there. When you want to move, you're moving. And when you move, you are determined to move. Not taking 1 inch, not anything less than that. If I want to punch, I'm going to do it, man, and I'm going to do it, you see. So, I mean, so that is the type of thing you have to train yourself into it, to become one with the, you think?
Yeah, this is very un-Western.
See, I mean, it's a combination of both. I mean, here it is the natural instinct, and here is control. You are to combine the two in harmony. Not, if you have one to the extreme, you will be very unscientific. If you have another to the extreme, you become all of a sudden a mechanical man, no longer a human being. So it is a successful combination of both. So therefore, it is not only, I mean, so therefore it's not pure naturalness or unnaturalness. The ideal is unnatural naturalness or natural unnaturalness.
Yin yang, eh?
Right, man. Not really. I mean, most of them, you see, to me, at least the way that when I teach it, all type of knowledge ultimately means self-knowledge. Mm-hmm. So therefore, they are coming in to, and ask me to teach them not so much of how to defend themselves or how to do somebody in. Rather, they want to learn to express themselves through some movement, be it anger, be it determination, or whatsoever. So in other words, what I'm saying, therefore, is that he is paying me to show him in combative form the art of expressing the human body. Well then, baby, you better train every part of your body. And when you do punch, now I'm leaning forward a little bit, hoping not to hurt any camera angle. I mean, you gotta put the whole hip into it and snap it and get all your energy in there and make this into a weapon.
I don't want to
Actually, I do not teach, karate because I do not believe in styles anymore. I mean, I do not believe that there is such thing as like Chinese way of fighting or the Japanese way of fighting or whatever way of fighting, because unless human beings have 3 arms and 4 legs, we will have a different form of fighting. But basically, we have only 2 hands and 2 feet. So styles tends to not only separate man, because they have their own doctrines, and then the doctrine became the gospel truth, that you cannot change, But if you do not have styles, if you just say, well, here I am, as a human being, how can I express myself totally and completely? Now, that way, you won't create a style, because style is a crystallization, I mean, that way, it's a process of continuing growth.
I'm talking to Bruce Lee, mainly about the Chinese martial arts, which include things like Chinese boxing, karate, and judo, which is what he taught when he was in Hollywood. After he left the University of Washington, where he studied, of all things, philosophy, if you can believe that. He did, but that, perhaps you understand why the two go together from the first half of this program.
Is like water. Why? Because water is insubstantial. By that I mean you cannot grasp hold of it. You cannot punch it and hurt it. So be soft like water and flexible.
I see your talents have gone beyond the mere physical level. Your skills are now at the point of spiritual insight. I have several questions. What is the highest technique you hope to achieve?
To have no technique.
Very good. What are your thoughts when facing an opponent?
There is no opponent,
And why is that?
because the word I does not exist.
So, continue.
A good fight should be like a small play, but played seriously. A good martial artist does not become tense, but ready. Not thinking, yet not dreaming. Ready for whatever may come. When the opponent expands, I contract. When he contracts, I expand. And when there is an opportunity, I do not hit. It hits all by itself.
And that the only litmus test of a combative technique's worth is whether or not it can be landed effectively on an opponent. Anything that's ornamental is discarded from his style. He retains only those techniques that he himself has determined to be practical in real self-defense situations. Lee is the first martial artist in North America, if not the world, to have his students don boxing gloves, headgear, and body protectors and spar all out. Nothing is rehearsed, no punches are pulled, and full contact, reality-based martial art is the order of the day. In 1967, Lee introduces the concept of full contact sparring at the International Karate Tournament in Long Beach, California. Defense is not emphasized in his new reality-based method, as this would be allowing one's opponent to set the tone and tempo in a real fight. Instead, the focus of Lee's new approach to combat is on attack, or more precisely, on intercepting the opponent's attack with an attack of one's own.
To overcrank and shoot it in slow motion, because otherwise it just looked like a special effect when he moved. I mean, the man was fast. He was deadly fast. I've really never encountered anyone in all of my training since who was as fast.
You can certainly train for speed.
This isn't system, Mr. Longstreet, nor in method. And without system, without method, what's to teach?
But you had to learn. You weren't born knowing how to take apart three men in a matter of seconds.
True, but I found the cause of my ignorance.
Well, help me find mine.
Your instincts are right. Sound. Any sound is
That is one throw, one kick, until you can put combinations together without even thinking. Until you let to keep moving and to endure.
hire a bodyguard or lead a less aggressive life. Don't charge him blindly. You've got to listen. Listen. Smoother. Well, your head and body are still not one.
Well, when will they get together?
Once more.
There.
No. Your thoughts are wrong.
Look, I'm trying to learn how to fight, not how to think.
May it be well with you, Mike.
What is this thing you do?
In Cantonese, Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist.
Intercepting fist, huh?
Or foot. Come on, touch me. Any way you can. You see? To reach me, you must move to me. Your attack offers me an opportunity to intercept you. In this case, I'm using my longest weapon, my sidekick, against the nearest target, your kneecap. This can be compared to your left jab in boxing, except it's much more damaging.
I see. Well, speaking of a left jab...
Oh, this time I intercept your emotional tenseness. You see, from your thought to your fist, how much time was lost.
No. Don't just move for the sake of moving. Relate to me. Relationship. You're where?
Well, ajar. Now open it up a little bit. Feel the wind blowing. Ah, the bird. You hear the bird chirping?
Yes.
Open it up. Take the bird. Yes! Now, how did it feel to you?
Like, I didn't kick, it kicked.
Terrific. Now, once more.
You are not ready.
I know.
Like everyone else, you want to learn the way to win, but never to accept the way to lose. To accept defeat, to learn to die is to be liberated from it. So when tomorrow comes, you must free your ambitious mind and learn the art of dying.
He routinely performs one-finger push-ups on one hand, executes elevated V-sits for extended periods of time. He can cannonade an opponent several feet back from a punch he delivers from only 1 inch away. And his sidekicks have so much power that, in the words of one recipient, they feel like being hit by a car. He battled back. Although the back injury will prove to be a permanent problem, within 6 months, he has proven both the naysayers and the medical community wrong. Not only is he able to kick again, he becomes a better martial artist than he ever was before.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. that good? I said, well, if I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know I'm lying.
一直唱歌，一直落寞，在山谷里遇到桃花。
While the world pummeled each other with fists and iron, China discovered a new way to fight. Not with strength, but softness. Not with speed, but stillness. This is the story of China's greatest treasure, the supreme ultimate, the heaven and earth. The most mysterious martial art of all, Tai Chi Chuan. Travel with us deep into China to the birthplace of Tai Chi and to the family that for 500 years has been the gatekeeper of Tai Chi. Climb the peaks of Wudang Mountain to the spiritual home of Tai Chi, where secrets have been kept for centuries by Taoist priests. Throughout our journey, you will meet the world's greatest Tai Chi masters and see a fighting art like you have never seen it before. Tai Chi Chuan, Masters of Heaven and Earth.
Welcome to the Master One production. On this particular production, I introduce you to Tai Chi self-defense. Now let me explain to do this so you know what I mean. Otherwise, you will lost in the idea what I try to achieve here. Tai Chi self-defense is designed to using the Tai Chi philosophy and put it into today's society. Understanding about the body, using your opponent's body weight and against them. Tai Chi self-defense is designed for people little bit upper class little bit because mean no harm to people. So you need to understanding what we're trying to put it here and try to produce on this DVD. Each one have the meaning behind each thing, have the understanding of each thing. Later on when you're watching this, oh that didn't hurt anything. It do a lot of damage. A lot of damage. It's different to the JKD side that you're watching through. If you're interested in how to doing the movement, understand the real McCoy, then it's a different story. JKD side designed for that. Tai Chi side is not designed for that. Let me tell you a little bit about Tai Chi so you can understand me. When you're understanding me, then we can get along with each other quite well. When you don't understanding me, we can't get along with each other because the wavelength, the mentality of you is not in the right frequency. Because it's not in the right frequency, you can't tune in to me, so you can't understand me. First, if you get my Tai Chi philosophy, you will understand about it. But let me explain a little bit so you know. Wing Chun side is designed for low-class people. JKD body weapon size is designed for middle-class people. The Tai Chi side is designed for high-class people. They have free level and free level on everything you do. They have a middle class, lower class, and upper class. Whatever you do, you got a first class, second class, and third class. Martial art in the side is nails and that. But I won't go into in detail. When you got a philosophy, you explain to you why. I'm not just saying because it's sake of tell you, it have the reason. So the philosophy DVD will explain you more. This one is talking about Tai Chi self-defense. So when you're watching footage, you will start to understanding the movement is only when they come in, you're using their body weight against them. Because when you start to think a little bit, you will start to understand if a higher class people, you've got powerful people, you're a lawyer, will you want to put this guy out of commission? Now, this is to test some IQ of you now, so you can understand. So when you're watching footage, you will see. Do you really want to do that? That's why I call upper class, higher class, so you can understand me. So when you're watching footage, have a think and knowing what I try to put out here and what I'm trying to do here. Have a look, and you can see it for yourself.